My platform, my mission statement, all that good stuff is online, so I'm not going to waste any time addressing any of that. I'm pretty sure all of you are wondering what kind of leader I am and what kind of leader is going to take over this club and how that's going to change. So as a leader, I'm dealing with a team. For all of you that are sitting in this room, if you are going to join our team, if you're going to go on that road trip for PAA with me at the driver's seat, A, expect to probably take over the wheel. B, expect to stay awake. B, expect to know where we are. And D, expect to sing some weird songs and play some weird games while we make it to our trip. As an individual, I like to think that I only make, I don't like to make the same mistake. So, if I drop the ball, I am a glass half full kind of guy. So if I do drop the ball, at least, I know how far the ground is. I know what kind of sound the ball makes. I know how it feels to not have the ball in my hands. And, all the things that accompany dropping the ball. If you want to address something with me, I'll work with you. I'm not in the business of babysitting, so if you don't want to be here, that's fine. For those that are here with us right now, we're going to make the best of it. I know member retention is probably one of the things that we're trying to address. And at the same time, like I said, I'm not here to babysit. I'm going to make it good and sweet for everyone that decides to stay, decides to take advantage of everything here. So that's what kind of leader I am. I'll talk a little bit about my experience with cabinet and the chair. So what have I learned after being a year PCN co-chair? To establish unified goals among the club, and that really allows people to get connected with whatever we're trying to pursue collectively. Delegation does not have to be a painful process, just a fair one. So if someone were to come up to me and tell me something to do, I'm going to take it and I'm going to make it my own, and that's it.
Alright, so you are on the driver's seat of this road trip. On all of the members in your car and everything, they are, again, new members. They've never been on this road trip before. They don't know what to expect, really. How do you plan to kind of boost the morale when the morale is low? Because, again, they are new. They don't know what to expect, really, for their chair. So how do you expect to kind of boost?
I'm a big person on discretion. I like to tell you what you're getting into before we actually start. So I'm gonna make sure you know what kind of car you're getting into. I don't want you stepping into the same car and say, I don't want to do it anymore. So I'm gonna let you know what my goals are. I'm gonna ask you what your goals are, and we're gonna figure out together how we're gonna get there. And if we lose morale, then it's an R thing. It's not a me thing. It's not a you thing. Something went wrong. And we need to fix it. So if in any event, that does happen, you can only plan so much. If that does happen again, like I said, if you don't want to be here, if you want to just throw in the towel, realistically, it isn't ideal, but I mean, like I said, I'm going to make it sweet for everyone that decides to stay. Hopefully, the work that we put in, I'm going to let the work speak for itself. So whatever comes out of CAB, hopefully is going to be good enough. And really encourages people to stay and be proud of what we accomplished.
Okay. Well, if you didn't know, for these last few years, you've been watched pretty closely by lots of past members and new members. And I'm sure a lot of people, actually, quite a few people were already expecting you to run for exec. Can you wholeheartedly say that you're running because you want to or because you're expected to?
To be honest, I did feel like I was expected to coming into this semester and this whole election process. And yeah, again, just being honest, I really wasn't considering on running. But at the same time, I kind of assessed why I didn't want to run again. When people ask me why don't you want to run or why don't you, why do you? I said, no, I want to step down as a general member and really support the club. I noticed that a lot of our general members are lacking in seniority, so we don't have a lot of upperclassmen that Renell was talking about that pulled us in. So I wanted to help there. I also noticed that, CFP, Cultural and Modern Choir, those places, are also taking kind of a dip and peak. So I was just like, maybe I can extend myself there. And then at the end of the day, I was like, well, I'm still going to be with the club. And I think at the end of it, I really wanted to step away from PAA to try different things, but at the same time, it's like different things within the family. So I think with kind of analyzing that, I kind of realized that I've been with this club for so long. If you guys take a look at my experience and all that, you'll see that I have been with this club since day one, since Bobcat Day technically, of my senior year. So I really kind of got re-inspired by how much I wanted to help the club.
Brian, you're coming from a very strong leadership background, and you're making it very clear to whoever is going to be in the cab with you potentially that you're going to make it clear what their roles are and where they stand, and of course they're going to be coming in with a certain level of leadership. So from the get-go, your club, your cabinet, and yourself are going to be at a certain level of leadership experience. How are you going to work to raise that leadership up? How are you going to work to improve that, not just for the cabinet, not just for yourself, but for the members as well?
So when it comes to each individual that I like to work with, I like to let you think for yourself. Throughout middle school, I was spoon-fed, and then the biggest wall that I hit was in high school, sophomore year when I hit calculus, and I was like, I don't know how to do any of this stuff. And my teacher just kind of sat back and watched me struggle. I got mad, I got annoyed, I got fed up. But then I realized that's kind of the stuff that I needed to figure out how to not only pass calculus, but just get over any wall that I see. So if you hit a wall when you're on our team, I'm going to watch you hit it. You know, I'm going to watch you hit it, but I'm going to make sure that we're here to pick up whatever pieces you leave behind. I feel like, you know, for all you gym goers out there, it doesn't matter how big your muscles are. If you don't have a strong mind, I think you're pretty weak. So if you can't get yourself over that wall, and, you know, I'm going to make sure you learn how to do that for yourself. What's the saying? You can't, if you teach a man to fish, you feed him for the rest of his life. Yeah, so I'm trying to feed y'all on the cabinet. Yeah, I'm not going to be handing out some fish, so expect that.
Everyone for bearing with us.